Hey guys, back again, and today guys is a random video guys. So as you guys can see from the games in front of you, me and the wife finally managed to get a Switch 2, and I wanted to just talk about my experiences with it and the good, the bad and the ugly pretty much guys. So overall I think the game's prices are getting a little bit too much hate for what they are. I mean, people are moaning about the games in front of me here, guys, you know, about the prices and stuff. And, you know, they're missing to it. I mean, Mario Kart is the most expensive one I've seen so far. Although Zelda's up there as well. Donkey Kong's around the middle range, around £55. So on and so forth, guys. But my gripe is this, right? I am loving the system. I've got nothing bad to say about the system itself. You do have to stick it on the internet though, guys. That is bollocks where they're telling you you don't. You do. You have no choice. You cannot play anything until you've done an update. So, you know what I think about that, guys. So that's one thing I suppose contradicting myself there. I could say is one thing I hate about the console. Other than that, I am really enjoying these games. I think they're great. But the one thing that's got me concerned is every single new game coming out for the system, unless Nintendo licensed it like these two, they're digital keycards, guys, and it's far and wide. I've seen like that just every single third-party game so far is a digital keycard. Now, don't get me wrong, I kind of expected this to happen before I bought the system, guys, so me and the wife did talk about it, and we said at the end of the day, this system's going to be quality over quantity. And I think our Switch 2 game collection will be very, very scarce and very, very small, guys, and it will stay very small for a very long time. Do I think that these digital keycards are going to take over? No, I don't. I think that enough people are rebelling against it that eventually people will think that, you know, I think maybe they're testing the feelers, see if they can get away with it. Also, I think they're thinking, you know, maybe the Switch 2 is not as powerful or as good as console as, say, a PS5, Xbox, so on and so forth. I do disagree. However, I do think that it's early going. It's very early going. Obviously, the Switch came out in summer, which I thought was a very weird, strange thing, you know, to drop it in, I think it was April or June. Can't remember to be exact, guys. I think it was April. But on that alone, I think that's a bit of a weird one, you know, to drop a console right in the middle of, like, nowhere. I mean, maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. They clearly knew what they were doing, but so far, apparently, sales on the Switch 2 are not doing well. I'm going to put it down to the keycards, guys. There are so many people not buying them. I'm with you. I am 100% with you. I won't give in and buy a keycard just for the sake of owning a game. No, because you don't really own it anyway then. So, you know, I'm all for these style of games. These are the only two games that me and the wife own and probably will own for a while. We are going to probably pick up Jamboree and Kirby and stuff like that. But when it comes to these digital keycards, guys, I just cannot be fucking bothered. I just cannot. I just feel like it's a waste of money, and it doesn't matter if you want something or you don't. There's a point in your life where you understand that it's just not a point in buying it. I don't care what anybody says. You know, they can turn around and say, oh, it's getting with the program, then you shouldn't play, you shouldn't play. I've even been told, guys, that I'm not a gamer because I won't conform to the digital market. And that makes me the opposite of not a gamer. That makes me a gamer. I know where I came from. I know where we put these companies, where they've got these multi-billion pounds money and all that shit. I know where that came from. That came from people like us buying games that they would develop and sell to us. I got games on the PlayStation 1 that Activision made that you wouldn't even think they'd stamp their name onto it. But that's where they started. And what do we get in repayment for buying all these games over the years? We get told that they're gonna pretty much give our games a life cycle, that they can turn them off when they want to. We don't physically own them anymore. You can't trade them, you can't sell them. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, right, the trade and sell thing for me doesn't matter because I don't really ever sell my games. Unless, of course, like, I get the Game of the Year edition or the game is not exactly what I thought it was going to be. It really did flop bad, in my opinion. Then I don't keep it. But Other than that, it's a very, very rare cycle that I sell games because it takes me so long to buy these games that, you know, these are my holidays. These are my, you know, takeaways, restaurants, going out. This is what I love. This is my enjoyment. I don't go drinking. I don't go to pubs. I don't go to nightclubs. I don't go on holiday because of my illness. I can't do that, guys. And it's not a poor me thing. I'm explaining that this here is my holiday. This here is my whole year life. This is what I enjoy doing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing in my opinion. I mean, you go on holiday and what you get at the end of the day, you get photos, you get memories, but I get that with these as well, as does my wife. My wife and me are very, very similar in the sense of entertainment for us is everything. We enjoy it. We, you know, our anxiety's low because we're at home and that. Where, you know, people take how they want at the end of the day. It's not about that. What I'm trying to say is I don't conform to the way that these development teams now think that they should be able to say the game should be online, offline. I recently went and looked on the store on the Nintendo, guys, yeah, and they got games still 60, 70 quid. They want $49.99 for Mario Kart Deluxe 8. I got that game, bloody hell, man, 2017, and I paid 50 quid for it then. And it's still 50 quid today. Don't get me wrong, the game is fantastic and I enjoy it, I love it. But you would think by now, with what is that, 9 years, 7 years, 9 years, something like that. Do the maths, guys, I can't be asked to think about it. But the point is, right, the game's getting on. You'd think by now at a digital market, they would want to drop the price. If they're not going to drop the price now, and we've got competition with physical games, can you imagine what they're going to do when the actual physical market is gone and they've just got that option? They're never going to drop these games. They're going to be 100, 150 quid and lump it and like it. But at the end of the day, right, people say that I'm the old timer. I should give up gaming and that lot. And I know I agree with you, right? If you want to make it all digital and you want to do that, I will gladly step the fuck off. And by doing that, you lose an extra player in your player base. And if you keep doing that and keep doing it and keep doing it, even your online-only games are going to have no players left. So then you'll be going out, you'll be spending 100 and odd quid on a fucking game like Call of Duty or something like that and waiting 20, 30 minutes for lobbies. And the only way that developers can get around that is by filling in the lobbies with AI players or something like that. And you're going to get bored. You're going to leave. So this is the trouble, guys, right? It's like greed, right? Greed comes, you know. If you found 30 ton of gold, would you just take a little bit, enough to make it yours, enough to be rich, to go away with? Or would you be greedy and try and take all the gold, knowing fully well you couldn't carry it and risk losing it all? Because I've seen it, guys, and this is what we're doing with our gaming industry. That's what we're doing with everything in the industry. We're all greedy. We want it now, here and now, here and now. I can't wait for the delivery man. I can't wait to buy the physical copy. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go and get it. I don't want to order it through Amazon. I don't want to wait for it to come. I want it in here and now, here and now. I want to buy it digitally and download the fucking thing and be playing it at 6 a.m. while you lot are waiting until 10 or 11 a.m. to get your game, right? And that's fine, that's fine. I mean, this is the norm. People drive their cars like they're stolen. People drive their cars like they're 5 minutes late everywhere they go. And that's what the problem is with today. No one stops to actually see anything. They just want it now. And I find with that, that's the problem with the world. But I've gone off tandem, guys, and I do apologise for that. But I just thought I'd explain it, you know, that we are making this rod for our own back. We, the gamers, are killing off physical games. Not because we want to, it's because we don't see it. We're too ignorant. We don't understand that the digital market is a great idea. It's a great idea for an option. But look what we've done, guys. The Switch 1. Look. Big compendium of games right there. I play them every day. You come to the Switch 2, and it's slim pickings. I've just gone and had a look. The new FIFA, the new Madden, the new basketball game. You just keep going and going and going, guys. And they're digital key cards. Every single one of them. Go right now. Look on Amazon. Go and look at the next 90 days of games that's coming out. And what's really bugging me, guys, this is the new system, right? So you'd think they'd want to have a physical cartridge, but no. Yet the Switch 1, I'll call it Switch 1, original Switch, what you want to call it. I hate it when they just call it something else, you know. But anyway, Switch normal, guys, yeah? They're bringing out the game physically. It's going to get a normal cartridge. Doesn't say anything. And then you look for the Switch 2 version, and it says key card. how are you expecting to sell the brand new system if you are flooding the market with the original Switch and still putting it out physically? I'm going to buy the physical, normal Switch version, and I'm going to boycott the Switch 2 version because you're wanting it as a digital keycard. Stop making games expensive or just complicated to make. And this is the problem. As a gamer, we want something fun and enjoyable. We don't care about graphics that shoot out the screen and smack us in the face. These games are cartoony, and I think this is where games should have gone. The animation in this is amazing on both these games. I'm absolutely blown away, actually, at how good these two games actually are, guys. Like I said, right, there's a lot of people out there shitting all over the Switch 2, but what they are doing with the Switch 2 is actually fantastic as hardware goes. They're using it to its capacity with these style of games. However, look, going off tangent real quick, guys, right? Look at Cyberpunk. Looks like the PlayStation 5 version. There's nothing wrong with it. Runs smooth as a baby's ass. But the problem I've got now is they're just pushing these digital keycards, and it's not Nintendo's fault. Nintendo is the brand. It's the third-party developers that's choosing this option because they don't want to pay expensive for these cartridges. Now, maybe Nintendo are to blame there. They should have thought that the cartridges needed to be cheaper. You know, obviously the memories are bigger on these particular cartridges, but people can't afford the $70, £70, €70, whatever it would be for the developer to buy them cartridges and then put them out there. Maybe they feel the Switch 2... the games won't sell as well, but they don't understand they're going to sell even less and worse as a keycard. They should test it, right? There's no harm in asking people. Put some feelers out there. Say, like Street Fighter, for example, Capcom, you know exactly where your game stands. You know the Switch 2. It isn't even available on the Switch 1. So for people that's got their primary console as a Switch 2 right now, if you'd have put Street Fighter 6 out there as not a digital keycard, but as a proper physical game, I guarantee you'd have sold it a lot better. I would have bought it. I've already got it on PS5. I'd have bought it on the Switch because I like to play it in handheld mode. It would be awesome to play it, you know, sitting on the sofa while the wife's watching her soaps. It would be awesome to play it in bed when I can't sleep. It would be awesome to be able to play that, you know, if you was around one of your relatives' houses and whatnot. It's cool that way. It depends you as a gamer. I think that would have been cool. I've seen Street Fighter 6 playing on this console, guys, and it looks fantastic. Just unfortunately, they put it as a digital keycard, and again, I can't support that. I won't support that because I'm against it. And I know a lot of other people now are waking up to that and seeing the same thing. Unfortunately, though, that is affecting sales of the system. But I do say to people, you know, watch the space, because I do think that Nintendo will come out next year swinging. I think we'll get, you know, new Mario makers. I think we'll get, you know, new Yoshi games, you know, new Kirby. And then we're getting Kirby Ride, and we're getting Kirby Forbidden Land, and everything's going to be different on that. But I do think they're going to go down there. It would be nice if they could actually give Wario a new platform game, like Wario World on GameCube. It would be cool to see that. But I think Nintendo's product games like these, the main staples, are going to be the one selling point for these consoles. Unfortunately, these third-party developers have to get their shit together and stop doing these keycards. Maybe put it out to a vote. You know, would you buy it if we went the extra mile? Would you pay more money for it had it be a physical game? I mean, I don't mind paying £100 a game, guys, yeah. It's going to take me a lot longer to buy these games at that sort of price. But if the developer's willing to wait and willing to do it, then I think a lot of people will move forward in that direction. It's not about the money as such, because, I mean, you've got to think money's tight for everybody. But what I'm trying to say is people are out there spending £300-400 on a retro game and more. Some people have spent thousands of pounds. I personally could not justify that, but, you know, each to your own. If that's your favourite game, or you've got the money and you've got the collecting ability, you want to do that, then go ahead. I see someone spend 10 grand in American dollars on a controller, and I thought, wow, mate, you know, but you know, whatever it is, I've seen that Retro Rick buy games that is ridiculously priced. So, you know, but let's keep it with the budget, right, the budget. So, you know, not everyone can afford £100, I get that. I'm not saying they should do that. I'm just saying that it would make it more, okay, I see why if the games are on the cartridges, like these two are. These games here, amazing, fantastic. But, like I said, I can only speak for myself, guys, and I'm trying to keep this video bit short, guys. I'm already at 15 minutes nearly. So I'm just going to say, guys, let me know down below, guys, what you seriously think. I am worried. You know, it's a lot of money to fork out for one of these consoles. And I said I had to sell a few bits off and do a few other tweaks to get it. And now I kind of feel like I'm still happy with it, guys. I'm very happy with it. And I will ride it out. But I just kind of feel like every game coming out so far as a third party is all just keycards. I haven't seen one single one yet that's like, this is going to be a normal game, unless it was Nintendo that developed it and made it. And I just want to know, you know, how do you feel about it, guys? You know, are you like, you know, on the fence about it? Are you like, fucking no way, I'm never buying a Switch 2 because of it? Because, I mean, I can understand your point. This is not my primary console. My PlayStation 5 is my primary console for new gen. But the Switch 2 is a great, great console. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not actually here to shit all over the console for no reason like other people are and saying leave it. I am just very, very, very much nervous about these keycards. I won't support them. I don't want them. And I just feel like there's no third-party developers offering anything different. But let me know down below, guys, on your opinion. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.